shut the fuck up. Bitch, you late, so shut the fuck up. He keep on this and get that nigga zip the fuck up. We rolled him up, he hitting good, sent the fuck up. Ay, we rolling up, I bet that he won't get the fuck up. I got this trip from Neiman Marcus, let me in, you hear me now. And that's the price, and we can't bargain, so don't ask me what I'm charged. I say my brother, telling them my other brothers on my car. I say my brother, keep on telling me that Rick for you the heart. I say when we could shoot it out with anybody, we got plenty guns. Police asking about the body, where I get that semi from. Food all on your plate and I was starving, you ain't give me and I was locked up in the state and you ain't write me, you ain't send me no. I'm off that deuce, so walk, I'm sipping lazy like I need it. Thinking about a lot, said to myself, I hope I beat it. I say and I got mix a lot, I pray for all my niggas I need. I say and I got reached the top, I want 100 and I made them. Put a Hellcat in that dame and fuck the house, I told them bring. And fuck my charges cause I beat them. You know my partners know we eat. I say and he say he want squash it and that pussy know we beef. I say I bet I hit my target, let me pick apart the dick. I say I'm slap. Slime. Bitch on the doctor, got a lot of. Bitch on the. Slime. Hey, Chicho. Bitch, I'm the doctor, got a lot of patience. Now I'm the trap lord in the vape. You come in my cut, nigga, get dangerous. Baby bro with me, send him to the angel. He ain't got a bag, so he ain't in my range. Rich trap life, put bricks in the range. He get a bag, I bet he gon' change. That bitch gon' suck and fuck cause her name. These niggas ain't sliding, rapping for a name. Last nigga slid, nigga made a name. Back on the front line like shit the same. Cartier frame, switching by the day. The racks in my Mersey, put it in the safe. I ride with a stick, I know the streets ain't safe. King of the jungle came out like an 8. He say the plug, send a load today. Bricks build houses, niggas selling 8. Walk in clean, sip about an 8. If I ain't on the front line, I'm on 8. He said it's up, nigga, we gon' bait. Walk down on this block, nigga, like I'm James. The nigga don't know me, but he still hatin'. The nigga want feature, nigga got paid. I'm thinking about plans to get rich on the daily. I need a bad bitch from down Georgia. Bitch act up, put her back in order. This floor 25 bands, that's a quarter. Old ass foreign, nigga think he doing it. Niggas can't beat us, niggas can't join. I fuck with the plug, niggas fuck with sauce. The old nigga hatin', I'ma fuck his daughter. Why is he trapping, can't afford a lawyer? The plug gets shit through the water. Check the score, but I might move the floor. The slime come through and he flowin'. They hear the raps, they be like he flowin'. Young and successful, I'm a big influence. Young paid in full, nigga, what you on? Fucking these bitches might make a point. No free cash, I'ma put you on. Bitch, I'm the doctor, got a lot of
patience. Now I'm the trap lord in the vein. You come in my cut, nigga, get dangerous. Baby bro with me, send him to the angel. He ain't got a bag, so he ain't in my range. Rich trap life, put bricks in the rain. He get a bag, I bet he gon' change. That bitch gon' suck and fuck cause her name. Man, these rap niggas ain't the same. I'm finna spend 30 bands on a chain. I fuck with the ice Pyrex and the flame. Got rich off the trap, nigga ain't ashamed. Niggas be going out cold cause of case. I don't wanna fuck the bitch if she base. She wanna suck and fuck before I make it. I wanna fuck a Spanish in the age. When I'm on the drink, I'm lazy. You want meat, link, you got paid. I got the junkie sign up like the A. If I'm a minute,
Shorty cabin, he be in the way. My man killed him, send him on his way. Deuce of green, started drinking every day. Dry down, I'ma hop on the right way. I'ma catch him, I'ma wait till he walk out. Push up on him, tryna see what they're talking about. When I catch her, swear to God, that it's lights out. I ain't bullshit, I'm whipping my pipe out. I know me when I'm sober. See it up, he gotta die. You be shooting, but you ain't here to fly. I come through and I hit a guy. You niggas be dick right. We shoot niggas, you niggas be dying. I'm out the window, I'm fine. Line them up with the Glock, you know we fine. If I'm looking, eventually I'ma find. I gotta keep looking, I know he high.
London.
Spent those blocks, some boy got shot. He in a group, better slide with the Mac. Got hit in his face, so he off the Mac. He talking about work, boy, you niggas be high. Keep posting them guns, you ain't never done shot. The front door locked, so we came through the back. Oh boy got hit, so we spinning right back. You see me in the tent, some boy got shot.
Little younger been playing with them things. Spinning this bitch, I can come both ways. I'm slapping them blocks, I slap with them drums. Sound like they tryna build me a case. These niggas be scared, keep saying my name. Hot right there, I'm staying right there. Shots got 5 left, shit right there.
Shit so crazy, your man just died. 2 months later, you still ain't slide. Just got me a car, you better go high. I ain't sliding with him, cause I know he on fire. Just hop to the pool, and I'm already riding. Just hop to the push, and I'm already sliding. Get loaded up, I'm at a slide. Then text me on the ground, then I'm gonna find you.
Catch everybody, young nigga just move smart. Like they love me, they come out the roof. Back in the day, we shot him in his group. 2018, put him on the loop. I can't be wild, I'm stuck in the loop. Don't tell me stop, let him go. I can't be wild, no hoe. Ain't done no beat, I want the smoke.
Yeah, no harder, I'm off in the coke. You talk about dropping, you better go shoot. Shot him, shot her down the road. I call him, I'm locking, he calling his crew. I'm right here, so you better die.
Yeah, this ain't a song. Hey ma, how you? My face hot, but I be still serving curbside. Hate these niggas play the streets with a bird's eye. Pillowcase on a Drake, that's a shell catcher. If the streets don't give me this, it's 12.
You're a genius, McFly.
Hey, bruh. Yeah. This ain't a song. Hey, ma, how you? My face hot, but I be still serving curbside. Hate these niggas play the streets with a bird's eye. Pillowcase on a Drake, that's a shell catcher. If the streets don't give me this, it's 12 at me.
You're a genius, McFly.
Hey, bruh. Yeah. This ain't a song. Hey ma, how you? My face hot, but I be still serving curbside. Hate these niggas play the streets with a bird's eye. Pillowcase on a Drake, that's a shell catcher. If the streets don't give me this, it's 12 at me. If you ain't got lawyer money, you get railroaded. My man took it for his brother, he a real soldier. Right and locked up having heart problems, I give him mine. You know the law don't give a fuck, they want to give him time. Had to cut some niggas off, no they wasn't with me. More the vibes they giving all seems they want them cook me. I been doing this shit a while, I ain't a fucking rookie. I been on it since a child, pistol in the bushes. Shoot that chopper in the crowd, pray nobody looking. Then it's back to the spots, I been getting busy. Yay, chopping out the pot, 12 8 skinnies. Razor blade action, I was bagging nickels out. Remember flipping 100 blocks, trying to double up. You know I got it out the mud, fuck my butters out. Styrofoam full of blood, you can't sip my cup. You ain't got your PSI, you can't sit with us. Man, I almost lost it all at the dice game. Man, the street shit is raw, watch it life, man. Sucker war with the blood, we eating lamb chops. Soon as I finish with my load, I'm getting the damn watch. Don't take your business to these hoes. take them to your spot. Shit, put your ass in the blender for talking about them blocks. You fell in love with that head pouring out your heart. One of my brothers turning fed, it'll break my eye. Better be about your bread, nigga, play it smart. I can't move without a leg, nigga want me gone. Bullshit ain't about nothing, I come from the farms. I'm in the sun, nigga, I get it from my moms. Yeah. Fade, nigga. Yeah. Check a nigga temperature. I ain't give a nigga temper table. Don't let that go, yeah. I can really put a nigga on. Chopper really tear a nigga off. Getting a ball, she ain't took a loss. Money right, you can get it soft. Great shoes when I was selling raw. I can teach the trapper, give you law. Wanna eat? Hit play, nigga, grab a fall. Run it up, put it in the wall. Having racks, but I need a vault. Came up jugging, no, I sold it all. Stayed down, made myself a boss. Want a pound, there, crawl the hall. Want a zip, that's a module fall. Catch a play, nigga, Terry Hall. Watch out for the triple cross. Soon as I get it, no, I get it gone. Late night to the early morning. 24 if you want it strong. Don't be talking crazy on the phone. What's the underplay for overplay? I got sales up, win gates. Catch a swirl around 10 plays. I got hitters around Waller Place. I got jugs out Chevy Chase. Then drop it all around my way. Wrong turn off the highway. I was 10 toes eating road when it used to be a two-way. 38 in my North Face. Jumpers coming, it's a Tuesday. Been in the game, nigga, EA. Was selling shit to my classmates. Had to get it, yeah, the fast way. Shooting dice in the hallway. Still a smacky like the old days. Niggas broke here in last place. Get him good, that's his man face. Time is money, need a buy watch. Streets wicked, gotta keep a Glock. Seen a hater turn to a eye. Make his mother pick him out of box. Could you swim, nigga, I'm a shock.
The directors.
Niggas talking about it, rather be about it, rather hear about it, rather read about it, rather tweet about it. Heard a nigga spread lies on me, I'ma have to see about him. I don't give a fuck about it, be around him. Better pray the family ain't round him. Send a dummy bitch, and that's what we surround him. Got a couple bitches out in East Atlanta. Got a homie that only can speak in Spanish. Fuck with bitches that only think they the baddest. Don't like pussy niggas in my apparatus. Overworking niggas, I'ma overlap them. Gemini, I'm a schizophrenic. Really, I'm just trying to manage. Maybe I'm really crazy, huh? Maybe I'm from a different planet. 90s baby in a new Mercedes. Bet I give her the dick and the coupe to play with. Bet I give her the shit and now she sedated. Who the best in the city since we debated it? Ain't mine and fine. I'ma take it, I'ma shine regardless of who you think is the one with the juice. Nigga is nooch. Been the truth since a baby. Been the truth, niggas faking. Been the jeans, niggas basic. Every time I go bury bombs, dropping cherry bombs in they fucking faces.
All my life 10 toes down. Crack house 2 doors down. On the rip, big 4 pound. Earn my respect like Zoe Pound. South Beach under palm trees. Men stayed out, shit the breeze. Shirt off, see the chain freeze. Sippin' Supermans, I got brain freeze. Got the hottest flows, got the hottest hoes. You just never know. Might got some O's, you know if I got it, then the ticket low. But if I think you hot, then you got to go. Yeah, I'm under that old law. So bird falls on my heat hard. Weight got me up like a seesaw. We raw like B-More. Strap shit like taking candy. Ran the game till I pulled the hammy. All I wanted was a plug, unlimited drugs, a meal, cash, and a Grammy. I can't wait till they free Randy. Nuch and Ricky, that their family. Kill for them, boy, you understand me? Oi, boys, we still standing.
Wild out like Nick Cannon. Little nigga with a big cannon. Hate niggas try disband us, but they just can't withstand us. Stand with us, I'm a bad nigga playing bad man with some bad bitches with abandonment issues. Now hand them a tissue, ain't leaving with you, bitch, I'm stepping out. Same nigga, but I'm special now. They just see me as a weapon now. Reload, then I let them out. Keep the Draco at my grandma's house. One way DJ, the P cutter. No rubber, I ain't try cutter. In the huddle, or you out the huddle. 4th initials, I ain't about to fumble. Kick it off and I run it back. I ain't a running back, but I chase a bag. We the 2019 diplomats. Oi, boys, we still a chance.
Presto on the track.
To my grind, I'm over dedicated. Fake trappers make me sick, pass me my medication. When it comes to drugs, I can teach drug education. 128 out the gallon with the turkey basin. 2 pulls of this, your ass might end up a mental patient. In the kitchen cooking, it ain't turkeys that we baking. Fish scale on a digi scale. Cost so many dime sales, feel like a wishing well. Haters say they wish me well, I know they wish me hell. Butcher knife, broom, dustpan, breaking down a bell. 20 years ago was catching pack through the mail. Plug ain't rapping right, got me tackled, but I still ain't tell.
You said 20 a stick? 20 a stick?
Yeah, them jumps going for 20.
What is we in this class for? Don't have make money.
Man, y'all young niggas don't have pay attention, Slim. Like, trying to get paid or what? I'm just saying, man. Like, that's why we in this motherfucker. So.
Grinding all my life, grinding all my life. I've been grinding all my life.
bloody turf wars and rampant crack sales.
And they seem to be there 24/7, 7 days a week.
I'm old school, 4-4 revolver. Dope game, it came from my father. Uncle Winston paid for that lawyer. Thank God my mother prayed for my daughters. Sales in and out the back door. Work disappeared, it's a trap door. Movie told me don't get relaxed though. Why you think I got the Mac close? Water bubble, watch the oars drop. Count money, hit a bottles pop. 20 pounds, Panasonic box. Break it down, time to set up shop. Cousin Fat said if they front you, then you get the money and you pay that man. Also said if a nigga rob me, don't have no problems, best spray that man. Shit is serious, kids don't get curious. You get 100 years, you be delirious. But if you decide to, then know you can die to. And if you want rap to, then know it's no fear in this. Y'all ain't sticking to the G code. He told. And he working for the peoples. Got me introverted like Lito. Feel for my dog going back and forth the court. Know he fight for his life right now. Know it in my hot head, never make a statement. If you do, God strike me right now. I am the voice of the struggle. 10 toes down when I hustle. Came home and got back off the muscle. Put my life together like it was a puzzle. Always have respect for the OGs. Back when I was fucking up my OZs. Nowadays motherfuckers ask me for something, no goddamn well that they owe me. The sister gave me my first crack rock. Hilltop was my first crack spot. Me and white bread at the bus stop. 13 years old, like fuck cops. Sticking to the script, been sticking to the script. If you ain't sticking to the script, I ain't fucking with you, oh nah. Still hear my grandmother like, oh lord, new money, oh lord. Sticking to the script, been sticking to the script. If you ain't sticking to the script, I ain't fucking with you, oh nah. Still hear my grandmother like, oh lord, young nigga, oh lord. You in this game, you gotta make sure you got the right playbook. I don't know what happened to the play.
Already know what it is. It's your boy Gerard Street God, man. Today is Wednesday. Of course, you know it's Grindseason Radio, and we got a house full of good, special, wonderful people, and we going in today, man. We was just having a conversation about the lotto. Nah, for real, man. I'm telling you, Slim. Like a lot of that stuff, man. We gotta look at it like, nah. You can't keep getting me like that. They crushed, man. Listen, this how I knew something was wrong. I used to go to this store down on 14th Street to play my numbers. Every time I go in there, it's on, you know, you got to be in there like at 1:50 or 7:50, 10 minutes before the machine cut off. It's always this African guy, man. He in the joint with 1,000 numbers. The list hit the ground, bruh. We get into it every time. He's like, man, come on, man. Let me get my 5 numbers in, man. Like, what is you doing, man? He said, I hit the number. I hit it. Man, dog, we got to stop it. We losing. Just think about it, though. If we playing numbers every day.
Yeah, I ain't never played the numbers.
Don't play them, man.
I don't be playing the numbers.
See, another thing, I'm a sore loser. So,
yeah.
I don't gamble. See, they ain't used to let me gamble around the way. Because if I lose, I'm a job want something back. I need something back. So I don't even gamble. I'm a good guy, see? I don't take advantage of that. Because I hate losing Madden, basketball. I just punished my man Tim just now, old head, OG. They listening. I just punished them on 2K. I hate losing, bro.
It's some shit.
I'm very competitive. And losing just can't be an option, man. But,
y'all can sit down with us.
No, hold up. Come on, Trey. Come sit down with me. So we can get this thing going, because we got some very important stuff to speak on today. Go live, man.
Is the mic right?
Yep. Yeah, you good.
This recorded.
I wonder, should I go to Facebook Live with this? Yeah, I'm going to Facebook.
Oh no, Facebook. See if we got service.
You know it's a difference, man, in the people as far as Instagram and Facebook. It's a different maturity level, man. It's ratchet. Facebook can get ratchet. But it's more like...
You gotta read your true self on Facebook.
Yeah.
And Instagram, you can just put upside down Willie. What's going on, y'all? What's up, man? It's a good Wednesday. Valentine's Day coming up.
Uh-oh.
My man just brought us a candy.
Everybody got pressure on them about, it's like Valentine's Day a pressure thing now. Why?
Is it a... I'm about to say, is it a fellas day? I just asked.
It's Valentine's Day is not for me.
Thank you. That's what I told the dudes.
It's not?
I told the dudes at work that,
Shit.
man.
According to standards, according to women's standards, Valentine's Day is not for women.
That's what I was...
Oh, no, she listening. I ain't saying that.
Man, look.
Plead the fifth.
Well,
don't
nah,
think
we up now, man. Today we got Trayon White in the building.
Peace, peace, peace.
We got Just Paul in the building.
Yes.
We got my brother BDR who will be up soon. Trayon, I want to get straight to it, man.
Yes, sir.
What's wrong with our mayor? I just want to know.
That's the question. If you're referring to the comment she made as a result of Raheem being a victim of homicide on 3rd Street, I felt like the comment was inappropriate and sensitive to the family. I spoke to Raheem's mother today, and she's very furious about just the way she responded, trying to talk about statehood. You know, I think anytime someone lost their loved one, regardless of what the situation is, especially a tragic incident like that, we as leaders have to be responsible of how we respond and be sensitive, because we do have a moral responsibility and obligation to make sure we send our condolences to the family and send resources to help the family in their time of need, not to try to be dismissive. And I think that it looked like she was caught off guard a little bit, but the reality is that the violence is too much in our community. And I know I've been seeing a lot of comments, and people are saying, you know, cursing at the mayor and saying this and that, but the reality is we got to feel that same outrage, the violence happening each and every day in our community, you know, because just 2 days after he got killed, it was another shooting on 4th Street. You ain't heard nothing about it. You know, we had two that night, one on 22nd of Douglas Knowles. You ain't heard nothing about it. So we have to use, and the people, you know, the mayor can be insensitive or not be insensitive, because reality is when she ran for office the last time, only 7% of the population, and I know in Ward 8 came out to vote. You're talking about over 75,000 people, over 55 registered Democrats, 7% came out to vote. You know, and so we have to stop being social media activists and really get out and be on the front line to, you know, heal our community. And it's not just on civic leaders or politicians to save us. Nobody coming to save us but us. So each and every one of us have a social responsibility to make ourselves better and ultimately make our communities better.
Man, I mean, you know, when I watched it, it was almost like, what was the guy there for? To ask questions, right?
Yeah, and I heard he was trying to ask the question before the interview started, but they told him to come into the interview, then ask whatever questions he had, and he kind of pushed the envelope on it. So, yeah, it was a press conference.
And you don't want to ask the question, you was being real rude about it. That's what kind of threw me for a loop. Like, why are you acting like that? And then the question the man is trying to ask you is something that's, you know, it was devastating to a family, like you said. And you threw it off like that. Now you getting backlash and you wonder why.
Yeah, but the reality is that, you know, I was hurt by the comments. The family was hurt. You know, I talked to her mom today and she's outraged. And she even talked about how the police department didn't respond until she got on Fox 5. Like, she didn't get any information, any updates. And that's for happening far too many times in our city. You know, when brown and black boys get gunned down in the streets, it's not really a sensitive thing. Like, even for the last 7 to 8 years, the narrative in Washington, D.C. has been crime is down. And we know we've been going to visuals, funerals, hospitals, you know, time and time again. And all of us can identify in this room, so we know.
So when they say crime is down, is they saying because they, you know, homicides and then you got robberies and you got
what they saying? If 2,000 people get shot last year and 1,900 people shot this year, that's not the definition of crime being down. The reality is in Washington D.C., over 600 people got shot last year. You know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about, not everybody died because we got modern technology. We have 2 ambulatory services. You know, just the amount of technology has sped up.
But the reality is 600 people in the nation's capital. We got more police in Washington, D.C. than anywhere in the world. And yet someone can get shot on the same street in the same 100 block every week. And we can't always leave it solely on the police department to do it, because that's my nephew, that's my niece, that's my uncle, that's all. Those persons or people are related to us in somehow, some way.
See, the thing about me, what I feel like the problem starts with, like you said, it can't. Like I say, it's like inside the community, you got the OGs, right? Real OG supposed to teach, never entice. And that's what the problem is. They scared of the youngest, for one. See, my youngest, they respect me, and they know what they gonna get though when they're around me. See, like I said, when I did time, and then I came home. Mm-hmm. When I came home, a lot of people was expecting me to be 10 times on a different level than what I was, you know.
Yeah.
But that wasn't even never my mindset.
Yeah.
So, anytime I got around my youngest, I try to preach to them certain things, and I show them by example, because you gotta lead by example when you know.
Yeah, but, and I think the dynamics of the streets has really changed, where the OGs ain't the OGs no more. Yeah. And when you talk to youngest don't want to know what you did 20 years from now. They want to know if you're gonna push that man back now. You know what I'm saying? They want to know what's going on right now. You ain't even relevant. You know what I'm saying? And the reality is that the climate is different. Like, people was getting money, they gave you status, and when you when youngest on the streets look to somebody that's old, they want to see how far ahead you, but you living worse than them. You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't got the information to get in and help them get to where they need to be. They got a lot of level of disrespect, because they don't value their life, right? Because we haven't taught and gave them the tools they need, right? We haven't told them they're kings, they're conquerors, they're magnificent, they're brilliant. I was in Hart Middle School today, and I ran into a young man, and we kind of gravitated to each other. He knew who I was. I hadn't seen him before, and kind of found they had him quarantined, is the word I use, in his classroom with 4 other young men, and it wasn't really a structured environment. And we began to engage them young men and start seeing how brilliant they really was. And I learned at the end of the day, they about to transfer him to another school because they say he's not fit for that environment.
Right.
That's the school to prison pipeline right there in itself. So I talked to his mom today. We're going to follow with his family, because I know if we don't intervene in this young man's life, his future gets dimmer and dimmer every day, as he may or may not, I don't know, have anyone positive pour into his life to tell him, man, don't go left, go right. And hold him accountable when he go left, and encourage him when he feeling depressed and don't have what his friends have. Because he told me he had 3 F's on his report card, and he had some brand new Jordans on his feet, and some custom ones I ain't never seen before. And we had a long conversation about what's more valuable, a car versus a house, and we talk about equity. I taught him a lot of stuff in the 45 minutes I was able to engage that population. But how often are they getting that? The greatest influence on a young person is another young person. Like, they listening and getting influenced by somebody who lack information, lack judgment. And it's the blind leading the blind.
Another thing I don't like I tell people all the time, stop raising your kids like you want them to be like your baby father, or like, you should want your kids to be better. You see what I'm saying? You should want your kids to be better than you ever was. Come on, man. I'm not giving my son or my daughter a fair shot if I want them to be like I was.
Yeah, and I see sometimes, social media has amplified foolishness and ignorance. Like, I see people putting their kids on camera, twerking, or putting their middle finger up, but the reality is the same thing make you laugh, make you cry.
Come back, see.
We had over 35 kids shot east of Anacostia River last year, man. Over 35. I went to one house, a young man, he was 16, he had got shot by an off-duty police officer, and when they go see him, he said this was his second time getting shot. He was 16. I was like, the trauma, the mental health that these young people are experiencing, we got to be able to get them healing, because as we say, hurt people hurt people. So they don't get no healing. How they gonna be able to, expect to go to school and perform at their maximum capacity when they dealing with all this trauma, fear, anxiety, depression, lack of food? The things we all know.
The internet.
Oh man.
The pressure, the internet. Like, this shit is it's outrageous. Like, and we need more men though. Not just telling, but showing, because you know what I mean. I be laughing at dudes still on the block all day. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should want your kids to be better than you ever was. Come on, man. I'm not giving my son or my daughter a fair shot if I want them to be like your baby father, or like, you should want your kids to be better than you ever was. Like, I can't do it.
Man, the money don't even add up.
Man,
you putting in 16 hours, champ.
I can't do it.
I told you, I'm over the top of DYRS, right? And I see young guys that, you know, we had a lot of Title 16 youngers last year that's going to get charged as adults to go to these federal penitentiaries.
Crazy.
And I told them, man, y'all going on the move for $500. There's 3 of y'all going to have to split that money. But you don't know in the course of the next 10 years, you can make $2.5 million because you don't know your value. See, we haven't taught them their value and who they are. So they willing to crash and get their life away. And somebody going to snitch on you. Now you beefing with your man on the inside. Now y'all beefing in the streets because you send a message home. And you destroyed your whole family because you're making decisions based on your now. And so we got to give them vision, but there's no vision. People perish.
Even the youngest, like, that's another thing, though, Trey. Like, y'all out here now, you know, see, like I said, I lived that life. I got shot at 15. They was trying to take me out at 15 years old. So I understand, I know that, and I can't, like, I'm shunning them or looking down on them, right? But then it's just the mathematics of this whole thing, man. Look at the math of it. Even if, when you hustling and you out there on the front line, your run ain't but so long. I'm going to give you a good 3 years, like when you got a real run, right? You get it, and then when they get you, you got to do 7, you got to do 10. Then you look at them. See, that's what happened to me when I was in. I looked at the math. I'm like, nah.
Man, that's my son and I was doing some. I do mentoring with a group of young black boys, and I track them for 15 years. And we were analyzing how much inmates make a day, and so we found that they make between $7 and $14 a month. A month.
What's gangster about that? Ain't nothing gangster about it.
Month.
Especially if you see this, what I tell these youngers, like, see, for real, once you have a kid, you can't be that dude. No, you more loyal to the block than your younger, and that's backwards. It don't make sense. Right. You living for somebody else now. You not being fair to the younger that you brought on this earth. Come on, man. Like, the kids need the fathers, man. The kids definitely need the fathers in their life, man, because the mothers can't teach them certain stuff, man. You know what I mean? And incarceration, homicide, that stuff is tearing our communities.
And the population's shrinking, man. We push past the conversation talking about gentrification. We talking about genocide, man. In Washington, D.C., we went from 78% African American now to about 47%. And the new census is up now, and that number is decreasing every day. You talking about, you know, health disparities, bringing high blood, diabetes, STDs. You name it, we have it. On top of the homicides, breast cancer, you know what I'm saying? Lack of information, lack of education. We have too much against us to be fighting against each other. We got to unite. Dr. King said, unification or non-existence. If we don't unify, we're going to be non-existent, man. That's the reality.
That's sad. That's sad, man, you know. And it's just the math. That's the thing we need to start. You got to take these youngers to math class. We got to show them, do you see what you're doing? For what? Because a lot of time, I know what it be, right? See, when you coming up, right, and your name start ringing in the streets, that do something to you, though. It really do.
Yeah.
I was still humble, but I was wild, Slim, and I really took advantage of that. So when you be out here running around, you be almost feeling like you can't be stopped. And then when you go to jail, like, oh, this part of the process. No, it ain't. You in there, you's a loser.
But you know these youngins, they in an identity crisis. You know what I'm saying? It's a self-esteem thing. We all been through it. When you 12, 13, you trying to get some shoes, you trying to be fly for the females, you trying to come up, you get a little name, your name get the buzzing. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, you trying to find yourself, even outside the streets. So we went to the suburbs in the middle of nowhere going to school. It'd be the same thing. This will happen now. We're in a situation where we have access to fully automatic weapons, right? Militarized weapons with 30, 40, 50 round, 100 round drums and clips on these guns. And they don't got $20 in their pocket.
Right.
You got a $1,500 gun in your hand and don't got $20. You got the same clothes on for 2 weeks. Ain't even take no shower. And we expect these young men or young ladies, the fastest growing prison population right now is African American females. We expect them to make sound decisions in these circumstances.
These youngers I don't know where they get this military. These young niggas got military, man.
Yeah.
Like.
And they ain't afraid to use it.
Yeah, man, but still, it's like, morals and principles. Like, you know, morals and principles. Like what I say, you can't stop it totally. In life, war is inevitable. I feel like, you know, not even just on our level. Just look at politics. Look at our president, man. Good gracious, man. This dude the biggest gangster on earth, but I'm just saying, like, it's just not adding up. It really don't add up. And we, like me, like I say, man, I holler at the youngest every chance I get. They get tired of me. Like, you know, I don't got it. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You outside, go outside, and I see you on some dumb stuff. Like, it's this youngin', man, I can't even name him. You know him. He's just the biggest crash dummy, man. And I love Shorty because his mother, you know what I'm saying? And every time I tell him, like, come on, Shorty. He asking for stuff. I'm like, I get it. No, I ain't get it to you no more. Because I got to explain to him, don't you know, don't nobody give me nothing? Don't nobody give me nothing. See, that's your problem. Give me. Go get your own. Go get the shit you doing. Go get a job. I catch this nigga downtown. I'm about to go to the club. He pop out the alley on the bike. I'm like, what you doing down here? I'm about to break in some car. Man, don't break in nobody's car right here, man. What you need, man? Go ahead, young.
Yeah.
But you gonna break in somebody's car because my little homie Richard, he died like that of the black hole. He was breaking in somebody's car, and the dudes came back. They acting like they breaking in the car with him. But he knew where the gun was at. Killed Richard right there. Was it worth it? What you was going in that car to get? Nothing. But what, a gun? Or whatever you was trying, it wasn't nothing worth that car right there that you lost your life like that. Richard was like 16, 17, son. He couldn't get in the black hole. He was just up there. Yeah. He used to come up there to break the car.
Come up.
Yeah. You know, we shell shocked, but you know, we gotta keep talking to him though, and being active. And
we gotta keep leading by example too.
Trey, but that's what you do, bro, and I respect you totally, man.
Likewise, man. No,
I know they want you to be. They want you to be Superman, son.
Oh man.
I know they do.
Man, Superman was end up in a wheelchair, didn't he? Dang.
And I know the pressure that they, you know, but you handled it head on, bro, and I respect that, man.
We born for that. Remember, we was at the school, at the library that night talking to the youngest, man. That was very powerful, man. So every chance we get a chance, we trying to pull back and give back because you never know who we gonna reach, man. You know, one thing we could have said, see somebody later on that could have saved their life. Because somebody inevitably reached out and gave something to each and every one of us in our lives at some point. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you just got to keep going. That
was another thing I just told the youngin' the other day. I say, sorry, you know, nobody never, no old head never gave me no advice. I'm not over-exaggerating. I'm going to tell you, I told him the best advice an old head gave me when I was a youngin', right? You know what he told me, Trey? I was probably like 15. I was out there hustling like shit. He say, shit, shorty, you need to catch all the charges you can now while you're young.
Before you turn 18.
Before you turn 18. And it was, you know, out there, that was some, you know, he said, get all the money you can get now. Because by the time you turn 18, them charges going to tax you. You're going to sit down. He told me that. But it was like, damn, that was the best advice. And when I think about it, it's like, I never had one old head ever call me, set me down. Say, shorty, what the hell you doing, man? What's up? I think he was scared of that nigga or something. I don't know, but.
And that's what happened when you have mass incarceration. You cripple a whole community by sending majority of the population, especially black men, to jail. Who gonna raise us? You know, we got the women. There's been the queens holding down the black family for the last couple of generations. But it's been, you know, we in War Day, I seen a statistic about 8 years ago. It said we had 82% single parent households, predominantly African American women. 82%. So look at what the PTA looking like. You know what I'm saying? I remember for a long period of time, I didn't see any men with uniforms on going back and forth to work every day. I had an uncle who raised me, but he was in college and then moved to New York. But everybody knew who I admired was getting money in the streets every day.
Right.
So sometimes we become what we see.
Shout out to all the like the organizations that's out here working the streets, like Kill the Streets.
Yeah, I just left them. they just had the celebration
Sean
night.
Branch and all them.
Yeah.
You know, them real G's.
No
like,
question.
Them real men.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think their message can get across to some of these youngers too. Cause
And
they know
we've been trying to hire more people with that influence to do this work on the front line. Because,
Right.
you know, the narrative, when we first came in, Duffy introduced the NEAR Act, and I came and did the Safeway Home Act. They said that we were paying people not to commit crimes. They ran that on the news for like a whole year. The government is paying people not to commit crimes. No, we trying to give somebody with some influence that been there that can intervene, that some youngers gonna respect and listen to before they crash and bust in your head and rob and kill you. You know, and so it took a long time to get that money in the bank. I mean, in the budget, and we had a $15.5 billion budget. We got more money in DC we ever had in DC history right now.
Man, we gotta have something for these men when they come home from jail.
Right.
Because if you come home from jail and it's gonna take you a couple of months, that pressure hits you. If ain't nothing happening for you, you're gonna revert back to what you know. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
Survive. You're gonna do what you gotta do to survive.
Hey Trey, you feel like your message is working out here with the young?
I think that collectively we are making progress, but it's so massive, right? When you neglect something as far as crime for so long, like I used to do youth violence intervention. If you study my history, for at least the last 18 years, I was doing this work, right? And I know we had programs inside the schools, we was in the rec, we was in the community, and we had about 150 people doing this work. The year before last, we had about 20 people doing violence intervention in DC that was paid through contracting. 20 people, citywide. And so now we got some more teams, some more grants in the streets, but we so far behind, we just playing catch up. We used to have what is called Tier 1. If I worked in the community, I knew all the Tier 1 youngers. Those are the guys that's going to be the known shooters, aggressors. You know, the youngers are going to act. They going to use that gun. They going to rob. Then we had the Tier 2, those youngers that be with those youngers. You know what I'm saying? They going to get into it because that's their man. They going to roll. Then we had Tier 3. Tier 3 was like, he wasn't necessarily with it, but he from the community. So when they go to school, he got to go to school with them because it's a safety thing.
Mm.
Now we got Tier 3 youngers carrying and shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That's going on DYS, going over DC jail, sitting waiting for to see their judge. And it's like, damn, we lost a lot of momentum because we defunded. Like we talk about, we care about the young people. Yeah, we taking money out. Last year, I had to fight the government to put we took $10.4 million out of Ward A schools when we had an extra $1 billion in the budget. Just this year, we had a $460 million surplus. That's extra money after the $15.5 billion. Surplus. But the reality is we not organized, don't have the right information. We're not fighting for what we need. And so when you got 7% of a population where they voting, that's why would I cater to them? They not even active. All they gonna do is talk on social media and BS around and say, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Cause we too divided. A house divided against itself gonna fall every time.
True that, man. We just gotta come together, like you said, man.
And time ticking, man.
Yeah, we gotta continue to keep pushing. You know, I'm so happy. Like, you know, my nephew, he a big goofball. He don't, you know, I told him you gotta fight. Don't go for nothing. Like my son, I'm raising my son. My son gonna be a skateboarder. He just gonna know just don't go for nothing. But mind your business is see, a lot of times mannerism is what's caused friction between two people. Certain mannerisms, like when you go to jail, you figure that shit out fast. You better figure it out, cause it's gonna happen to you. You see what I'm saying? As soon as you do something dumb, you see what I mean?
I think that one of the things we need is more people to step up. Presto and I was talking when I first came in here, and he was saying people was encouraging him to run for ANC. That's big. Because they filter development projects coming into their ward. They filter if a street need to get repaired. They know if the schools are failing, we need additional programs out the school. And they kind of feed me information because I'm not everywhere all the time, not knowing what's going on. So we got to get more people like Presto in the community that's non-traditional, non-political to be active because everybody got a level of influence where they are. And if each person do their part, it equal a whole lot. We depending on the council member or say the mayor or somebody with a title. It's about what you doing without no title.
Right.
I was doing this work when I was 17, 18. I had no title, no organization, no money, no funding. I just had a heart of God and wanted to see a change in my community because I was tired of doing funerals. I had done by the time I was in high school, I had buried 5 young men. I coached Little League football on my team all the age of 17 in 2 years. One got killed in the cafeteria. That was James Richardson, J-Rock. Then we had Devin Folks down in Anacostia. Michael Sands, Pookie. Omar, Brandon, Lemonhead, Paco. I can go down, and I coached for 9 years, so you do the math. Year after year after year after year, just doing these funerals. And it's a lot of trauma, but the reality is we have to start addressing it on the front end. The social ills is going on with these young men and young ladies as early as elementary school. Like the school climate is turned up now. Like the disrespect, teachers, the youngest calling the teachers bees.
Oh man, they
saying get the F out of my face. I'm like,
I wouldn't dare hear the teachers.
Man, they be hitting teachers in elementary school.
I was scared of my teachers, especially elementary. Miss Hall, she had that motherfucking ruler.
That's because the teachers not teachers no more. The teachers young now.
Yeah,
we had old teachers.
Man, old teachers going hard. I remember Mr. Coaster down PR Hurry, he was going for Nathan. Yeah.
That's also because a lot of the teachers don't even come from our community.
Right.
So, you know, if you just coming in from out of state somewhere in one of them programs, I don't want to name one of the teaching programs, but they coming in with them programs just for the job, just for the money, just for the job. And some of them do got
a heart. They in a world of trouble coming to D.C. public schools.
It's about having cultural competencies to address this population. And one of the things you can't do is suspend your way out of the problem. Like suspension. I got into a conversation this morning in Baloo because a lady, I ain't gonna go into detail, but the lady was wrong, and I told her she was wrong, and I tried to be polite about it because I don't want to have an indifference in front of the children. You know what I'm saying? But she was trying to discipline the kid, and they was there early. They was there 8:15. School was out at 8:45. And I'm like, man, they already here. You know how much a child have to go through to get into this building this morning? And one of the youngest had on the JROTC uniform. So he really didn't want to show it, so he tried to cover it up. I can tell he got there early because he didn't want nobody to see him in his uniform. And he got there, he was about to start crying when he was trying to explain to me why this lady held him up and he missed first period. And in these public schools, when you miss your first period, you consider late for the whole day. It's called the 80-20 rule. Yeah. You miss your first period, they document you as late for the whole, tardy for the whole day. Absent for the whole day. If you miss your first period, it's called the 80-20 rule. This little young was about to cry. But we have to rethink and have the cultural sensitivity to know what this young person had, how many neighborhoods he had to get through, how many buses he missed in the morning because maybe the W2 was crowded, or he had to walk the 3 neighborhoods because he didn't know who was going to jump him. You'll never know the situation.
Yeah.
And when he get there, you got to embrace him and love him. This might be the only love he get that whole day.
Yeah. No, that's deep right there. When you look at it like that. And that's for real, son. That's for real. That's really for real. You know what I mean? And a lot of times, like, that's why all these type of infrastructures, they got to bring people in that's from these areas that can kind of tell y'all, like, listen, you got to be easy on her or him because people's lives is like, it's totally different. Like I say, like, you don't know what nobody going through. Like, my life is okay, son. Like, I'm all right. You wouldn't know that sometimes when you see me in traffic, cause I might cuss a motherfucker. Excuse my language. I might cuss somebody out.
Man, he the worst in traffic, man.
I'm trying to get better though. I'm getting better. Yeah, I'll get better, man. I'm getting better though. Like my thing is, I drive a lot, and I let people over. I do everything right. Nice. I'm a nice driver, but so you get me out my square, man, I be mad. So. But I'm done with all that, like
therapy.
You don't know what people going through though, cause something can happen. I'm telling you, it can happen just that fast. Cause you arguing with somebody you don't even know. You know what I mean? You going off with somebody, they going off, and you never know what. You see what I mean? Like unnecessary, man. A little bit of woosah. You know what I mean? That's all we gotta do. But Trey, you know, I definitely appreciate you coming through, man, just put your message out there because I'm gonna always be with that. Whenever it's time, just come through, man. Whenever.
No question.
Appreciate you, and I look forward to working with you more on more things too.
Yeah. I'm trying to build a leadership institute actually, but I believe that we are one of few races that don't have our own education system outside of the public school system or private school system, right? Or, you know, they have bar mitzvahs, they have all these different things in other cultures, but we don't have anything. You know, we used to have rites of passage back in the day, but you rarely ever hear about a rites of passage program anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the process of building a leadership institute because I learned a lot from Marion Burry, William Lockridge, Ronaldo Gillis, Monty Doug. I learned a lot from these individuals. I'm trying to take that and put it into a curriculum to teach how to become the next generation leader. You know, it's not no It's not a textbook to it, but I know some things that work for me, and I've mentored for the last 17, 18 years, and some things I know work, and I'm looking for other brothers and sisters to add on, because we can't just hope somebody be successful by happenstance. I was just with the guy, Ruquan, today. He's graduating at the top of his class. He's headed to Harvard. And it's like, damn, we rooting for this young brother. He had 21 offers, 21 scholarships. But what about the other Ruquans that's back here that don't have that leadership or influence or access to information that's going to get left behind in this city? And the price of living going up and up and up. It ain't going down. And we can't leave it to happenstance. We got to build it and get them in there and train them. So you'll hear more about that from me in the near future. Shout out to Kills, man. What's up, man? That's one of my guys, man. Good man right here. You coming in?
Somebody said they was in school. Hold up. Do anybody got any questions y'all want to ask Trey while we here? Y'all have any questions? Anybody?
Put you on the same. All right, cool. So we got a conference call Sunday night. I'm gonna give you my cell. Text me. I give you the conference call number. We got a conference call Sunday night at 9 p.m. Like, it's gonna be a lot of good. We got a lot of professors from Howard University on there. Some influencers, some young people, some middle aged. We got some singers on there too. They got a lot of wisdom. It's a gap between the older generation and us, and we got to figure out how to fuse that before it be too late. Like, I lost Marion Berry while I was just learning about politics. I feel like I had a strong learning curve getting in the office and doing this because that wisdom just left that fast. And so I feel like we got to build that and document it. So when somebody else come up 30 years from now, they better say, man, just Paul did this, and this. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be documented. And so we have to put that down, even when it don't mean a lot to us now because we're in the here and now. But 30 years from now, things will look a whole lot different.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So the next the elections is coming up, right? And then they got like other people that's around our age, but they look like us, but I know that they probably don't. Not they probably don't. They don't come from the same cloth as you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it a matter of, because I know you want to, I don't want to assume that you want to keep your position or go into
I'm running for re-election right now. It's about 10 people running against me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We're going to give them hell and hot water and beat them to the polls, man.
Right, now,
no question.
Now, after you beat them,
crush them, man.
After you beat them, though, is it okay for them to, we about unity, so it should be okay for them to be like, all right, man, I lost, but how can I be a part of?
I think that's very, very important. That's what leadership is. Leadership unifies, man. Leadership figure out a way to maximize people's gifts and talents to make them a part. Because you might not do what I do. You might not do what the arm don't do what the leg do. The heart don't do what the hand do. And so it's about utilizing all those different gifts to help each other. Because I can't be everywhere. Like if something going on shop and I need some help, or Presto might call me, I gotta go down there. Or he might call me. We have a meeting. It's about communication, and I'm learning that because I didn't. At first, I come from the streets. You with me or you against me. And we ain't together. We ain't gonna be together. Right. But it's like as I mature, it's like how can we add value to each other?
Yeah.
And because you all in the same community, we all got to coexist.
Yeah. How do we make sure you get reelected? Of course, vote, but like, how do we set that up?
Man, everybody got to reach somebody, and that's what we lack in our community. It's a lot of selfishness going on in our community, a lot of hate and backbiting. But if everybody do a little bit, like. I'm running a people's campaign right now, meaning I decided not to take any corporate dollars in my campaign. As the incumbent, I can raise probably $150,000 in 3 to 4 days, easily. Right. But I decided to do a people's campaign and not take no more than $50 from each person, but no corporations. And so we can take donations. My website is Trayon, Trayon for Ward 8, the number 8.com, TrayonforWard8.com, and we ask people to make $50 donations, 25, and it's a match. The government matches in public campaign finance. Come out to we meet, we hit the streets, we get signatures. We got to get 250 valid signatures to get on the ballot. If you know somebody, tell somebody, tweet it out, Instagram, text it out. It's about everybody adding value and create momentum. The campaign is about momentum, and I always play like I'm from behind. Even though I feel like I have the ability to win, this is my 5th election. I always play like I'm behind. And I work hard, and I work people, and so I plan on doing it in this election. Yeah.
Man, we with you, man. We going hard, man. We going.
Gotta go hard, man. DC nothing.
Yeah, I got a question. I know it, but for the people who don't know, can you explain the importance of voting?
So I just talked about it earlier, right? People say that the mayor doesn't care about Southeast, or doesn't care about Ward 7 or Ward 8 or Ward 5, and the reality is you can't say who care and don't care when you're not vested. When you don't come up, you don't show up. We have, for example, we had Malcolm X school about to close, right? I was rallying to get the parents together. Had about 300 plus students in the building. You know how many parents showed up? About 18.
That's sad.
Furby Hope. They was trying to close Furby Hope down. We had some riders get the parents together. Parents, about 25 out of 300-something children. And so we do a lot of lip service. When it comes time to action, we not empowered to step forward and step up. Murray told me that the power lies in the people. When we have hearings downtown, the largest population or demographic to show up to advocate for what we need is our senior citizens, man. They in the hallway, they in wheelchairs, they yelling, they stomping, they encouraging me, they backing me. And we fighting for what we need. We getting some traction. Like we building 2 new grocery stores in Ward 8. We building 3 brand new recreation centers in Ward 8. We building a singing wellness facility. We putting money into small businesses. I put $500,000 to spur small business grants in Ward 7 and 8. Like a lot of that's happening. But what imagine if we all get to do one thing with all the power we got. We all got influence and power. So I'm on social media a lot. I'm in the streets a lot working. But, I had to be downtown, too, because it's budget oversight season. We not paying attention to that money. That money going to go somewhere else because everybody got priorities, too. Then they're not our priority. Right. Yeah. So we gotta fight for what we want. Nobody going to give us nothing.
So vote. Y'all get out there and vote.
Even after vote, come out to the meetings, advocate, run for ANC, come to the hearings, get an agenda together. What do you want to see happen in your community? Push me, push other council members to get that done. You know what I'm saying? You might want to clean up on your street. Because I hear other people saying that ain't no trash person come clean up our street. We don't got no wreck rate. When we came down Chop, the wreck people saying, we ain't got no wreck down here. Trey, you always up Woodland. You don't never come down. And I said, all right, we going to get a wreck down here. I ain't even know if I can do a wreck down there. I said, all right, we going to do it. Guess what? We got a $13 million recreation center coming down there. Because they stepped up and got behind me. We advocated for that. You know what I'm saying? But then after that, we got to make sure we got good program. We got to make sure the wreck clean. Yeah. We got to make sure our kids safe in the wreck. Ain't no use to having a wreck and they shooting around the wreck. No kids don't want to come to the wreck. We got to make sure the playground clean. Yeah. We got to make sure the elders can come and use the pool to do fitness safely. Yeah. Like, we have to get more people active and engaged instead of just complaining. Man, it's action time. Don't just stand there, do something. Kills. Shout out to Kills with the camera.
Nah, for real, man. A lot of people must think complaining going to fix something. Complaining don't help nothing. Like, that's why I said people going through more worse stuff than you, man. Who got time to complain, man?
Man.
Like, if you want something to happen, you got to take action. You have to physically, like, push a like on Instagram, and that's not total support. Like, that ain't it. That's what we all caught up in the finger. That's support. Facebook got this, they got the stuff now. You can put the sad face or the mad face.
Yeah.
A person don't really have to really be mad. They'll put that on, like, or I think they crying or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? People going through stuff. People fake. And they put in the, like, that's not love and affection. I don't get that from the internet like that. Like, so I don't even care to that. People care, like.
What it says, it's called dopamine. It says that people get high off of likes and admiration through social media. It's like a drug. People actually get high off of seeing people. I know I probably experienced it a couple of times. Like, damn, I'm getting a lot of likes on this. I'm feeling good. But, I always believe that praise and rejection are two sides of the same coin. So you got to be able to take. If you take one, you got to take the other.
Dang,
you know what I'm saying? And especially in leadership, because the same where they praise, they criticize you at the same time. So you got to be able to take it all with a grain of salt and take constructive criticism to grow, man. We all growing and maturing.
Dang.
That's
facts.
Yeah, I needed that one.
Yeah.
Say it again.
What I say, man? I think I said
praise and rejection.
Yeah, praise and rejection are two sides of the same coin, man. Because being on the front line, you take a lot of hits, man, and it's a lot of struggle. Like yesterday, I spent a lot of time yesterday because we had a fire over on off of Southern Avenue, and by the time I got there, it was an older lady. She had passed away. She got caught in a fire and she died. And it's probably my sixth fire I've been to this year. Not this year, but in the course of the last 7 months. It's a new year. But it's like I got to pick myself up and go to the next thing. Because when I go to the next thing, I go to a school where it might be something happening at the school. Or it might be like a shooting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people don't know the amount of pressure and stress that you have to do doing this job. Everybody heavy is the head that wears the crown. You want it until you get it. Yeah. And you got to be called to do this work. And each of us have our gifts. So we got to figure out our lane and our gifts and stay in that lane. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll begin to flourish in that lane. I feel like we have to encourage each other more. And it's because you got a title don't mean you the head. You know what I'm saying? You just got a different role. Right. And everybody has a role. And one of the toughest things is trying to figure out how do I fit my piece into this puzzle. And I think that's what we struggle with in our community.
Right. I tell them right now, I'm the face, but I don't have to be the background. I don't have to do this. That's why we put people in place to do that stuff.
Yeah.
If it's, you know what I mean, you just go like, I'm not good at everything. I'm not the, you know. So I do this, and then you do this. This is how we work a team. But now, somebody, Tawana Lil John asked me. She said, "What's up with the legalization of shrooms in D.C.?"
There has been no conversation on the council about legalization of shrooms since I've been hearing it. I hear it in the streets. I hear people talking about it. It's a guy who's been coming to my office. Yeah. But it is something that's growing nationally that's coming. But you know, one of the things that I'm gonna speak to the legalization or the criminalization of marijuana, right? When the district did that, it kept a whole population out of the workforce. There's a whole population of people, because people felt like weed was legal, started smoking more as young as 12, 10 years old, you know. And now, but the job's still tested for. It's still illegal on a federal level. And so it kept, DC government tested for it. So I had to create some new laws to allow people, because some people use medical marijuana or medical cannabis.
Right.
And so you telling me I can't go to work, or a person can't go to work because they have to medicate to go to work?
My thing is just stuff like that, man. Y'all need to let this go through.
Yeah.
Because if y'all gonna let Roger Stone walk, man, y'all gonna let me get high, son.
Yeah.
Like,
So
nah, I ain't gonna do
we gotta
that.
have a balance, man. If we gotta allow people to earn a credible living, man. Talk to me, man.
Listen, y'all, I'm really into this presidential stuff has become a real reality TV. This fun to watch, man.
Yeah, it's causing more people to pay attention to
I
that.
can't believe America looking crazy like that out here. I knew stuff was messed up behind the scenes. There's some stuff I just don't want to see. I can know what's going on. I'm cool, all right, whatever. Man, this thing in the forefront.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I could never go to court and the judge say, okay, beat y'all up. Your guidelines is from 7 to 9 years. If that's what they tell you, that's what it is. The judge can give you between 7 years and 9. He can give you 7, he can give you 9, he can put you in between.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, Trump got these people, Roger Stone about to be off. He ain't gonna go to jail.
And he got pardon power. That's the whole issue. That's the whole. See, one thing about that is we got a lot of people that break the law. They don't know the law. Then we got people who make the law and know the law and use it to their advantage. You know, and you talking about people like Bezos paying less taxes. You know, you go down the list of all these people, but they mastering their craft, and we complain about it. But we're in an information age. I was talking to a youngin' the other day, and I was telling him, man, you ever had an encyclopedia? Guess what he said? What's that? You know what encyclopedia is?
They don't push encyclopedias.
But guess what? We don't need them. It's obsolete because we got the information in our hand. We got more. We have done more with less. Like when we had more people in the civil rights era getting degrees and going to school, and we got access to information, and yet a lot of our population not even going to school, let alone graduating when they do.
Right.
And so we have to shift our mindset and thinking and become more self-sufficient and encourage each other.
That's true.
Like we gotta control our economics in our community. We don't control our economics. We're not making decisions where our money being spent in our own communities, man. Nah. But because they never heard of it. But the reality is they got information to Google. Google wasn't even out when we first came out. Like Google
that's some scary shit too. I know they ain't want Google to happen. I know they didn't. That's how I know
Search
people
engines.
crazy, because I'm just saying, you can go to Google and find out just about anything that you want to know. That's some scary stuff.
Oh, yeah, I learned a lot on Google.
Man, you need to see what I be watching on YouTube. I be finding some stuff like, what the internet, man, the power of the internet.
Yeah, I'm learning how to. I'm studying sound engineering right now without taking a class. I just watch YouTube. Every little moment I get when I'm sitting still, I'm just watching YouTube, learn something about sound engineering. I'm going to go use it.
That's
I use
like-
it every weekend.
Listen.
What is it called?
Yeah, just sound engineering. It's a bunch of just random videos that just show you what the buttons mean.
You better do that, because look, you go to CVS, it ain't nobody in there.
Nope.
There's nobody in CVS. You go check out, like.
Yeah, they got that at the fast food stores now. You can type in what you want on the computer, you know, and then order and it come up.
Kale, don't be stealing stuff when you be going to the checkout line. Everybody that took something in that checkout line, I'm telling y'all better keep it real. Everybody that
You gotta pay for something and take something.
y'all,
That's how you
act
do
like
it.
you ain't never taken. Act like you ain't never took nothing out that checkout line.
He said where?
Huh? Man, I don't put everything on that beep. I fake on them.
Yeah, you gotta pay for something, take something, man.
Oh,
That's
I ain't done it yet. I'm gonna get him though.
Go ahead, man. Nah, we.
You done gave my idea, man. You supposed to use your influence. The man wasn't even thinking about that. You like, oh yeah, I'm going to Walmart tonight to see what I can get.
Hey, man, listen, man. We had to laugh though, nah. For real, but man, nah. Just Paul. I mean, stay chill, whatever. But we got Just Paul in the building.
Absolutely. In this joint, man.
How in the world are you, brother?
Man, I'm good. I'm better than ever, actually. I feel great. I'm in a better position musically than I've been in a long time. So I feel good. I'm glad. I feel like I came a long way, you know what I'm saying? And it's good to be right here. I want to say something before we make this about me, because I really on here to really promote the show that I'm about to do. Okay. But I want to talk about you for like a quick 2 minutes, right? I don't know if you realize, in the whole hype in the beginning of, you know, music, hip hop, independent artists in this area, you are like a milestone, you know what I'm saying? You up there, and I don't know if you realize it, but everybody who was paying attention in the beginning of this whole thing we call the DMV, this vision that we really brought to, you know what I'm saying, fruition, you definitely paved the way. I don't know if you realize it, but I want you to know that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people tell you enough. I figured I'd tell you now.
He be bluffing, man. People tell him that every week, man. He don't like that. He don't want to smell his roses, y'all.
Nah, the thing is this. This is what I got into it for. Like, this is how my plan was supposed to work out. I don't know, you know. I never thought I'd be on the radio. Man. I really never thought I'd be rapping. I don't know. But I ain't even talk. That's why people used to be lunch. I ain't even used to talk like that. But what this stuff has done, what I tell people all the time, it saved my life. Yeah. Because a lot of people that I was locked up with, when I came home, and they really started saying that I was one of them that wasn't playing. Because there was a lot of them that tell you they was going to be right back in that joint. Right. And I came out and I did something with myself with the music, and now we doing the radio, we selling clothes. I feel blessed, and to be paving the way for my up and coming artists such as yourself, because you talented, bro. I've been watching you since you jumped in it, you know what I mean? And it feels good for you to say that to me, bro. I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. Yeah. And shit, but you though, bro. You,
man. Yeah.
Where do I start, man? You started off with the Oi Boys.
Yeah. Well, it really started before that.
Okay.
It started before that. The Oi Boys was like a checkpoint for me. That was a goal for me.
Come on, inform us what happened.
So I started off as a rapper at first. I used to rap at Anacostia Senior High School. Time out. Go back a little bit further. Before, I used to battle rap down the street from here at Benjamin Starter Middle School, right? We had Flex and Rain coming in. I used to battle at lunch, you know what I'm saying? I was a 6th grader battling the 8th graders. Then, by the time I got to Anna, I think I was doing community-based rap. I did a 1-800 Quit Now commercial for DC Tobacco Free Families and American Lung Association, a DC Stop Smoking campaign. Then I started to do the singing thing, and I joined the Blackbirds, which is a jazz and funk band that started in 1973 at Howard University. That's what really brought like the old school feeling onto it and really projected me into singing. But all while I was doing the rap and all that stuff, I wanted to be with the young farmers.
Okay.
Being from, you know what I'm saying, Parkchester, I always wanted to be, you know what I'm saying. BDR don't even remember. I remember seeing him in an alley on Eaton Road, coming out the alley in a blue car, and I looked in the car. He looked at me like, "You looking at, young?" You know what I'm saying? I never forget it because I still got images in my head of seeing the people that I looked up to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So then, let me see. Top Shelf Stars was a rap group that me and my friends started at Anacostia Senior High School at a youth center called The House, which was a faith-based youth center. That joint saved my life because for real, I was going right into the Chop. But that's when Chopper City and Berry Farms was together. We had our thing called Chopper Oi. Back when CCB Roll Call was the like most popular song in the city.
Right.
And the fight anthem. Market Lounge.
All
that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was up in the middle of all that, you know what I'm saying? And then the house kind of turned me in the direction of music. Then I joined the Blackbirds after I graduated. And then that's when I got with the Oi Boys after that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Maul, shout out to Mac Millie, because he the one that brung me to the studio, him and Knight. They the ones that brung me to the joint, and then I kept calling Maul every day, like, man, I'm trying to come to the studio. He's like, man, you ain't gotta keep calling me, just go pull up. I pulled up, ended up doing a whole project, you know what I'm saying? Booby just put me under the wing, we to the top from there. So that's really like a huge checkpoint of where I am now.
Right.
Because once I did that, that really projected me into the grown side of what actual DMV music is, because those is legends just like you.
Man.
And that same bracket right there. It was like, all right, nah, this is a real artist right here. You know what I'm saying? And so now, what I'm doing now is the live music game. You know, I pull up, I bring my band, I'm investing in my own sound system and whatnot. But I'm pulling up, I'm doing venues all over the DMV, all over the world right now with the Blackbirds and with my own band, Just Paul and the Brothers. I just did the Baltimore Housing Authority employee appreciation event at Martin's West out in Baltimore. I just did Babylon in Woodbridge. I do Marvin on 14th Street. I could just name the venues. Every venue with, that's the John Tibb Marvin's up.
That's your best joint?
Yeah, Tibb's
He got good personality too.
Marvin's got that vibe though about it though.
He do.
He
got like a little jazzy little, he about to sing kind of vibe.
Yeah.
I'm actually asking today, when Just Paul gonna be at Marvin's again? I swear everything I love.
Yeah, I think I might be the king of Marvin.
Yeah,
I might be the king of Marvin. So the cool part is I get to put DC culture deeper into my music now, because at one point the music that we was doing here, it started to go into the Atlanta joint, and it really is all the way there now. Like if I'm sorry to say this because I support a lot of artists, but I do unfollow you if you sound too much like Atlanta. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it got the no cap and all that in there, I unfollow you. You know what I'm saying? Because I want us to have our flavor in it. I just took a song up to Spine Hitter Studio that was like the Atlanta flavor, and I had my man Shaheed come and play congos around the Atlanta flavor song just so I could put us in that music. You know what I'm saying? So on my shows, I'm doing R&B, soul, Latin, and then the last like 30 minutes of my show, I throws that joint in the pocket. Dog in the cowbell. I'm talking about breaking sticks, denting the cowbell, whatever.
Man, you have grown into like, and you like walking. You learned from Booby though.
Yes, I did.
I can tell. I can see how you market yourself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah.
And you're constantly growing. Like, you're not standing still. Like, you can get stuck in a box sometimes out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some people don't even think to like want to do something else because they so comfortable where they at. But sometimes you got to go outside your box.
Yeah.
To get where you trying to go.
Yeah. That's actually something that I always been. It's always been a part of my personality, but that's actually something that Booby like. He kind of maximized that joint for me.
Shit, they up here now calling you Bobby Brown Jr.
Yeah, Bobby Brown Jr. That's also the name of one of the mixtapes that I came out with when I was under Oi Boys Records, Oi Music Group. The Bobby Brown Jr. mixtape. It's somewhere on the internet. You just had to Google it, because I know it had some derogatory tracks on there. It might have got taken off of a few sites, but it's definitely still up there. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta say, man, I gotta give a big shout out to Booby, man. Free Booby, Free One Way Booby, and shout out to the whole One Way family from the beginning to right now. Like the entire family. I'm talking about all the way from the beginning. Free my man Dutch. Shout out to BDR. I'm talking about from the very beginning. Stu, everybody. Like I saw the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I saw the whole thing. I come from the ghetto. I remember all of it from the start. So it's cool to be, especially in the position we in now. The stuff we trying to do right now, man. We trying to take. First of all, let's stop and talk about go-go right quick for 2 seconds. I gotta jump into it. That's part of our culture. That is part of our culture. Not only is it the music that was started right here in DC, but it's the main part of our culture. You know, and one thing that I realized that we have is the ability to create our own piece of economic value amongst not just ourselves, but everybody in the city. Like, for real, go-go is like, that's an economic treasure right there. Like, to be honest with you, people keeping their establishments open right now by having a go-go band come play at that joint.
I'm going to tell you, listen. Go-go getting his just due. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
I can name a club. Bliss. Man, Bliss wouldn't dare put no go-go in there no couple of years back. Man, they wasn't going to do it.
Right.
They weren't going to do it. Guess what? Who up in there every week now?
Yeah.
There's a lot of clubs downtown that said we'd never put go-go in.
Right. You know what's crazy about go-go, what people don't understand? It's a DC thing, but it's an Africa thing. You know what I'm saying? Them congos and that cowbell, man, you can hear that drink from like a mile away, half a mile away. And when you hear it, you know what I'm saying? Either you feel compelled to go towards it, or you might just be riding past it. When you get there, you're going to slow down. You're going to stop. You're going to move a little bit to it because it do something to your blood. You know what I'm saying? It's really it's like the ultimate genre, to be honest with you. And I think, I don't want to say the names or a type of person, but somebody's scared of that genre, yeah. To be honest with you, man, somebody is afraid of that genre.
I was so mad that I didn't get to go to Africa with Backyard.
Yeah.
And experience that whole thing that they experienced. That it was huge, man, monumental. Like, just learning so much.
Yeah. Well, it's really something that we're doing in places like Africa. We're doing it in London in April, and we just did it last October in Russia, where we took go-go to. It's basically a cultural diplomacy thing where we take go-go to places that would never really listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And just show it to them in person, because go-go is better in person than it is on wax. For as far as understanding it, it's easier to teach that joint in person than it is to just play a song for somebody, you know what I'm saying? So right now we starting to do educational pieces. So March 4th we'll be teaching a go-go, the elements of go-go and history of go-go at the Strathmore. And on the 7th we teaching it, I think I said it backwards. On the 7th we teaching it at the Strathmore, and on the 4th we teaching it at Howard University. We starting to teach go-go, man. Teach people the elements of it, you know? So people understand what they listening to, so we don't get the complaints and the ignorance.
I mean, that's what you got from out of town. They'll be like, oh, there's no go-go. Like, y'all don't know go-go.
Right.
We need to take y'all to the go-go.
Yeah.
And once you really see, it's all about when you go there and you see how people reacting to it, then they catch on like, oh, okay, this is what it is. Like, man, that you could be, like, I seen the coolest person going to a Backyard show and sweat it out.
Yep.
I seen it.
Hey, one of the biggest.
Who?
Somebody trying to call in? Oh man, have them call in. One of the biggest purposes of go-go though, and I want people never to forget it, is the unity. Unity is a big part of go-go, y'all. Like, although of course you got, you know, whatever problems be happening outside and whatnot, but go-go is about unity. You never seen people, black people, white, Spanish, whoever, everybody gathered together like they are at a go-go. I'm telling you, it's the most beautiful thing, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons I think that Marvin's show worked the most, is because of the location and the different ethnicities and the tourism that happens at that spot. It's people from all over. One time I did Marvin, it was people from Sweden, Chicago, Norway, all over. Like, it was just like, it ain't even make no sense. Matter of fact, the last time I did it, I said, where y'all from in here? Somebody said, Alaska. Alaska.
What?
Alaska. You know what I'm
Alaska, it's
saying?
probably daytime right now. Yeah. That's that'll do something to me.
Yeah.
I can't keep saying the daytime. Like, come on, man. I can't sleep like that. I already don't sleep.
Anchorage, Alaska.
So we try to make sure. I mean, with the I'm not sure if the mayor passed the legislation yet, because I know it got through the council. And shout out to everybody that hold it down. Shout out to y'all. I think it's gonna pass through, and once it do, man, we trying to get the funding behind that joint though, man. Yeah. Like right now, what we doing in London in April, we paying for that all ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We paying for that ourselves, and I don't think we should have to. I think it's a cultural
Y'all need to bring 120 people to the council and say what y'all. This your tax dollars. It's 15 billion right there.
You said it. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
You gotta get organized.
Yeah. We're gonna organize that thing, and we're gonna come down there. Just I guess I just need to know what, like, the protocol or how to
text me, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Give you all everything you need.
Hold on, Paul. DJ Nick Hill, he's 16-year-old DJ Trayon. He asked me to ask you, what do you think of the role of DMV people is in the election, and what issue we need to care about? What the role of DMV people is? What is the role of DMV people?
What's the role of what?
What is the role of DMV people in this election, and what issues do we need to care about?
I guess each individual issue is unique within their own community. You have to figure out what you need for your family and also what you need for your community and create an agenda, because if you're not at the table, then you're on the menu, right? And so there's no collective agenda for what we need. That's why we got black businesses closing in our community, and our dollars are leaving our community because there's no economic empowerment platform that we can build upon. And what do we need to do? We need to unite, right? We need to come together because we got more in common than we do have in differences. And so we focus a lot on, you from that street, you from this crew, you from that neighborhood, you from that family, you go to that high school, and it's the old Willie Lynch syndrome. Like, we got to figure out what we got in common, and we got to agree on that for a certain period of time to get some stuff done. And once we do that, we create an agenda. I have a community budget forum on February 24th at 7 p.m. at Temple of Praise at 707 Avenue Southeast. It's going to be people come out. We're going to put down what the priorities is for certain communities, put it all in one package, and present it to the mayor and fight for it to get what we need. It's not about asking, it's about demanding.
Exactly. Paul, like you though, you traveling and all that. What's the weirdest place you ever been?
Weirdest place?
Nah, it ain't gotta be bad weird. It's just a weird place. You like somewhere other than here.
Orenburg, Russia.
What?
I'm never gonna forget that.
I didn't think you about to say that.
I'm never gonna forget that.
Orenburg, Russia.
Orenburg. So this is what I figured, right? I figured they must not have never, like, they only see black people on their Instagram or on the internet. Because I thought, so in my defense, I thought they was like really honking their horns and waving at us because they was like at the place, the Philharmonic. They had this big poster of us at the joint. So I was like, all right, they must have seen that and they got some good promotion going on around here. No, I'm in the store. Selfie. I'm at they got KFC out there.
Oh yeah.
I'm at KFC. Selfies. And they speak in Russian, so you don't understand what they're saying, but body language. You know what I'm saying? You know when somebody trying to be. Wow, they real live fanning out. And I'm like, why everybody keep trying to take selfies with us? Man, it's because we black. They ain't never seen a black person in real life.
I've been scared out that one.
It was a little, it was weird. It was really weird.
No way out, y'all.
Yeah, it was really weird.
Get out.
I had two weird places I've been. It threw me off. Connecticut. I was in Connecticut, right? The people in Connecticut is kind of crazy, son. Like, it's like country almost. You wouldn't even think that it's country in Connecticut.
Right.
It's crazy there. And Little Rock, Arkansas, bro. I was walking in the club. The dude had he was brushing his head backwards walking in the club. I said, I'm in for a hell of a night. I knew it. They party hard. See, DC, we too bougie. Cool, yeah, you go up Baltimore, they sweating it out. They gonna party hard. Right. They come down here, come down parties. They be like, what is this?
Yeah.
Don't nobody have fun in these. I mean, I be chilling. I don't have fun in no go-go's like.
Yeah.
I just be chilling. Like, but you need some entertainment to have fun. People don't be on the dance floor, nothing.
Right.
Everybody.
Yeah, they just be. I'm gonna tell you where they're gonna be on the dance floor at though. This Saturday,
Oh,
downstairs,
shit.
right here at the shops at Iverson, from 2
yeah.
to 3:30.
That's why my church closed. Man.
Yeah. Oh man, it's so I'm doing a event downstairs. It's called Black Love. It's a Valentine's Day weekend special. I wanted to perform for 3 hours, but I'm gonna do an hour and a half, from 2 o'clock to 3:30, right here at the shops at Iverson, called Black Love, and the purpose of it is to kind of. First of all, this mall is the one place where people definitely gonna come and get their Valentine's Day
people
gifts.
Don't know Iverson Mall is back. Hold on,
let
me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something because I used to joke on Iverson Mall. I say you don't get nothing but t-shirt and drawers in Iverson Mall. Don't get nothing else now. But now we're not no more. Iverson Mall popping like a mug. You know what I'm saying? And they got everything out here. So stop playing.
And
man.
I wanna celebrate the Black Love that's here east of this river. And I think it stretches as far as right there at Anacostia and through here and on back. And so that's why I wanted to take this place. It's been here since the 70s, and people been coming here on Valentine's Day to get their lover stuff since the 70s. And so I figured this is it's like ground zero for Black Love, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? Especially in east of this river. I can't think of another place where a couple would go to shop east of the river. You know, and don't got. Yeah, this about it right here. This the mall.
Malls is very, very frickle out here. It's frickle market out here.
This it.
It's frickle. You come out here for the cookies. That's it. You come and get snickerdoodles.
Yeah, you had the other mall.
See, no. I'm an exception to the rule because
Hey, Southside, we Iverson Mall. It took them 30 minutes to find it. That's what it takes. It took them 30 minutes to find this show.
Yeah, Visions. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Visions. Yeah.
Hey, nah, but hold up though. Hold up. Y'all talking about giving me some roses though. This dude right here though beside me though. Boy. Listen, bro. I tell everybody young. My first time seeing BDR, I was in my man's basement, me, Los from Backyard, and my man Marcus Packer. And the videos was coming on, Kavaz and Rob Linnell. The same. Bruh, listen what I'm telling you, Dan. Did I ever tell you this story?
I don't know, maybe not.
I really wasn't even rapping then, right? But when I heard you was by bands. I was outside in the wintertime. What video was that?
From the Home of the Bullets.
Home of the Bullets. Bruh, I said, you know what? I like this dude right here, Slim. And what I do when I first sing, before I even pulled up on you, I started doing my music stuff. I seen you at the, I think it was the Safari Steakhouse, or was it the CFE?
One of them, yeah.
I probably seen you at both.
Yeah. Keep talking about getting up.
And we been brothers since, bro. Uptown dude, the South Side dude. That stuff really ain't happen. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't happen like that. But you, bro. I ain't gonna be cocky now. I don't know nobody who can get in that booth with me, Slim. Other than this guy right here, Slim.
Bars was on 1,000. That's what brings us together, man. The bars, man.
Other than this guy, like for real, Slim. Like you always been super sharp with your lyricism. You was the gun in Oi Boy. You see what I'm saying? Booby was more so, what I say, Pimp C.
Yeah.
Him and
Slim.
Yeah, him and Chew, Pimp and Bun. Yeah. Maul, Millie, Dutch. They was the hot boys, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
But you was the high gun.
Yeah. I remember me and you and Booby did a song and shit. And I was like, man, you'd already did a joint on Garvey versus United States. We already did a joke.
That was in 2006.
Yeah, that junk was already circulating, like, you know what I'm saying? I'd be in the club, all the uptown dudes coming to me. I heard you on Garvey joke, man. Yeah, y'all crushed that joke, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it circulate. So then you hit me again, like, man, what's up, man? See if you can, you know what I'm saying? Get some of the homies coming up. So it was me and Booby one day, we ride. I'm like, yeah, man, I hollered at the dude Garvey, man. The uptown dude, I'm trying to go fuck with him. I be like,
y'all came on Listen Vision.
Yeah, Listen Vision. He was like, man, I don't, man, you know, I don't be trying to do all that feature shit. I'm like, man, fuck all that, man. I'm telling you, like, let's just go up here and fuck with him. Like, all right, fuck it, come on, man. You love this shit, let's go. Went up there, did the jump. It was like, everybody clicked up since then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was.
I'm gonna give you one.
Like, yeah.
I'm gonna give you one. I haven't dropped no CD probably since then without an Oi feature on it. I'm talking about the one I just dropped. That was the only one. You know, you had just and my brother Boo. You know, he stepped off for a second. So you know, Nooch made one. Yeah. You know, that just was weird as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, cause I remember the funny thing about Nucci, cause I remember when he first started. He used to be in the studio, and I used to be looking at him like, and I'm saying, Boo, what are you gonna do, man? He's like, I don't know, man. This was before he even started. Then, y'all started, and it was inevitable for him to start rapping.
Definitely was. He used to be around it all the time. He was inquisitive and shit. Like,
he the new high gun there, huh?
Yeah, he used to always definitely. Like, what made you say? Maybe we used to be in the house down in Atlanta. He's always like, what made you say this? Like, how you think it is? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the, I'm trying to. He's always trying to figure everything out, and I was like, I don't know. I just was. But Youngin was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember he was like, we was down at 8. We was down there. We was in the house one day. Me and Boo about to leave. Like, where y'all about to go? To the studio. He was young as shit then, so he like, I'm trying to go. I'm trying to rap. Boo be like, all right, man, get the fuck out of here. You ain't about to waste our motherfucking time. You ain't rapping shit. Like, cussing them out and shit. Like, go ahead, man, get the fuck over. Like, you ain't going with us nowhere. Like, you take that shit serious. I think, well, let you know what I'm saying? But the whole time he was motivated, pumping them up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But that's what a lot of
years
these
later,
youngers,
we got back up here. That's what he started.
A lot of these youngers think Snoop just got it, the silver spoon. He ain't know. He had to sit back. It was about Paul when it first started. Yeah, because you had to, Boob ain't just because you my son.
Right.
He made him have to fight for it to get, you know what I'm saying, to get to where he at.
When I first came over to the Oi Boys, Nooch had first put out his first joint. And it did good. The rookie season joint. And so it was me, Serta on the joint. So Nooch had to, it was almost like Nooch was battling against two other people older than him that knew how to do this already. You know what I'm saying? To really crush his way through the joint.
He don't know all of this stuff is what got him to where he at now. Why he is this good and competitive. Because you'd have been around it your whole life for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're a champion.
Just the whole Oi Boy, movement means so much to me. I argue about this shit. I don't play because still like I still be feeling like it's we ain't get out just do. Not even just me, just like, man, Oi Boys did legendary things that if they was from any other town, bruh, they'd have been platinum. It'd have popped off. We ain't living with no excuses or no regrets. But I'm just telling you what it is. I'm going to say, y'all say get the flowers, we'll get the flowers. Dog, when Memphis Bleak was with Rockefeller at the height of their heights, One Way had a song with him. Paul Wall, Pastor Troy, I mean, Juicy, Juvenile,
DJ Khaled.
The first ones that had the whole Don Cannon and DJ Drama mixtapes in DC.
Right.
That was unheard of. I'm just saying, who from the city got a mixtape with Don Cannon and DJ Drama? I feel like the DJs didn't praise my man enough for these moves. Any other city, they'd have celebrated it.
Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, at the time when he did that, Drama was at his height. All the DJs, y'all know y'all want to be. That's why I understand a lot of the DJ stuff out here, because my thing is, what is your tail end of what you doing right here? Like, you just going to spin music? You going to let the program director tell you what you can't play, and you going to be stuck in one spot, or you going to be DJ Khaled? You see what I'm saying? Our biggest DJ in this city that really make moves is Quicksilver. DJ Quicksilver. Other than that, and then back then, Quick probably wasn't even. He was strong, but he ain't had like the power to really. It was the program directors. We always gotta know that.
What's names to show us a lot of love? Peace too.
Peace. Shout out to Peace too. I'm gonna
Peace
tell
too,
you.
man.
No, I'm about to tell you.
shows a lot of love.
I'm about to tell you who showed the love at 93.9. First of all, shout out to Big G. That was my first. He was my first even way of getting on the radio. Like, he said, "Man, do my intro, God." I'm like, what? He's like, "Do an intro, 60 minutes, 60 seconds." And the joint played for 6 years straight every Sunday. I did like 4 different joints. I had one. Listen, this is how it was going. At 6 o'clock, I had the intro on Big G show, and then DJ Big John, which is another guy. I love that man, son. DJ Big John played the Go-Go album. He played, when I had a song with Yo Gotti, he ain't care as nobody. He played that thing every Sunday on Go-Go Hour. But Ill Will passed, man. 93.9. I don't see y'all doing nothing for Ill Will, man. Y'all know Ill Will was the one when nobody was embedded into what was going on in the streets. Ill Will was that one. He wasn't gonna let y'all do nothing and not say, "Oh, the Oi Boys" or Gavi or Big Fella. He was always with the underground, cause you know, it's an underground.
It's always an underground scene in every city, music wise.
But I didn't understand that because the rappers that were supposed to be over top of us, they didn't really work to that standard. So all of us on the same level for real.
Yeah.
It's just who got what connections, who cool with who they gonna let they, you know. I know I get a bad rap because my hysteria.
Right.
I come up a certain way. My thing is I don't cut into people. I like to get a feel for people. Like I'm not gonna just be that person that's just going on you. I ain't gonna do that to you because I don't want nobody to do that to me.
That's your street etiquette, though.
Right, but once you get to really know me, which nobody really can. I remember, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Y'all know Mo Better.
Yeah, Mo Better. I remember Mo Better. Who he was with?
So Mo Better, not that Mo Better, the other one.
Okay.
The one who do the for the kids.
Santa Claus.
You know he's a rapping mother skunker though.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
He can freestyle.
What?
Flawless.
You ain't know that?
He's a flawless freestyler.
But you know they always had they different side, like they ain't. So my man told me, say, "Shit, Gavi, you got the closed hand syndrome." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" He talking about you don't open up to people. You just gotta open up to people. I'm like, all right, let me try this shit. I invited Mo Better to my studio down Hanover. We down Hanover place. So he in the joint, we chilling. I'm just chilling. I done forgot he in this mode. We just chilling.
Yeah.
So doing us chilling, Mo say, "Hey God, can I talk to you in the back?" I was like, "All right, come on." We go in the back. He say, "You be having fun like this?" I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about?" He's like, "I ain't know you laugh." He really told me this. Yeah. I'm like, "Bro, you ain't know who laugh, bro. Yeah. Bro, y'all is crazy." Yeah. Listen, man. I'm a human being, man.
Right.
My thing is, like, I don't care about your story. If I feel like I really want to talk to you and meet you, I'm going through that. That's just me.
Right.
I ain't gonna let that stop. I don't care how you look. You can look mad. Them the ones that they want somebody to talk to them for real. Mm-hmm. You just gotta know that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, who the hell ever thought I'd be talking on the radio? Nobody.
Yeah. Man, we hooked up. We all from the streets, man. So it's kind of just, you know how people be standoffish. I mean, this real shit. I seen God in the clubs. I swear to God, man. I give my man a hug. My man got a whole motherfucking bulletproof vest on. You want me to state that or not? I got my man a hug. I'm like, God damn, hold on. Shit real. You know what I'm saying? We ride around when they come to get me for the studio. We ride up like, Get one like a light or two. Where I say, man, I'm gonna let you know I got that joint on me, man. You feel me? Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like we just clicking on some. It's just like that shit. All that stuff brought us together.
I'm gonna tell you what got me though. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, young. My probation officer came to my house. This was back then, and he had a vest on. I'm like, what the hell, Mr. Coleman? What you doing? He's like, shit, I heard about you. I'm like, you heard what about me? But guess what? Guess what happened? Now, they ran in my house that night. They got me good that time too. That was the one that said, all right, God. Because like I said, I don't understand these OGs. I caught my 2 gun charges in my 20s. Back to back. Retire my ass. Because if I catch another one, nigga, I don't have that. You know, everybody can get out. They get out. Yeah. They be getting out. They don't do that to me. I catch any type of charge. They look at my record because ever since the juvenile, I caught my first charge at 13 years old, distribution of marijuana. I really was out there. So by the time you get to a certain age, it's like you like been there, done that. I can't be doing the same shit I was doing right now. We be wrong as shit. What type of service would we be doing to our kids, bruh? But you know,
everybody, man, count them.
Back to the DJs, because I ain't about to let their ass slide. Nah, for real, man, the thing is, like I said, no, it's very good when they know who they are, so that's how I can talk the way I talk. You know what I mean? I can say what I want. Because all the DJs from the city that know, they know. Like, I felt like it just was more hard for us. Like, it's still hard to this day. Paul, do you honestly believe? I want you to really tell me this. Come on, slide over, bro. Do you honestly believe if you had a hit record, they'd play it?
Nah, I don't.
Cause we got hit records.
I got hit records. I did it last year. I went to Atlanta. I got Zaytoven and Cassius J to produce a record. I recorded it, put it out. Played it on all the stations, 95.5, 93.9. I ran around the clubs getting the DJs to play it. They played it one time. If I wasn't there putting money in their hand for them to play it, they ain't play it. Even though everybody agreed that, hey man, this joint a hit, man. Yeah, this joint a hit. Yep, this joint a hit. I played it in I gave it to somebody in North Carolina. They played it over and over again, and it started bubbling. I think that was in Raleigh, North Carolina. It started to bubble in Raleigh, North Carolina, but I got tired of pushing the song because I for real, my own city broke my heart. The fact that they wasn't playing it unless I was there made me not want to even push it no more. They made me stop believing in it, but it definitely was a hit.
Let me tell you.
So they showed me they ain't gonna play the song.
Can I tell you some shit I went through?
Yeah.
So they had this thing. They like, well, listen, God, you trying to get on the radio, or you want us to play your shit in the club?
We gonna need the money.
So I'm like,
all they want.
That's it? All right. Pay the dude. This a big DJ too. He know who he is. I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
You know who you is.
Cause we cool.
You know who we know who you is.
You never played the music in the club unless we was there.
Yeah.
We used to have people going to the clubs hiding around in the back just to see what you doing your whole set. How selfish is this? The club start from 10 and it's over at 3. You mean to tell me out of that span, you can't find a 15-minute slot where you play our stuff in the clubs? I told you I was in the club one time. We in there a million deep. We done popped 100 bottles. That's why I stopped. I don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
We ain't doing all that.
Nope.
Cause we making y'all look good. Y'all ain't making me look good back. If I come to your club, I'm popping 100 bottles. I got the whole hood in the back. Play 88.
Right.
Dude said 88 ain't a club record. That's what he told me. He said 88 ain't a club record. I can't play it. He played Michael Jackson rock with me at the end of the night. I'll never get that right. Like Mike just got played a minute. You can't. Oh my God, he played Mike on me. I felt like he was playing with me. I could have really took that the wrong way, but I had to take that on the chin, right? So another DJ who was my man, I see him, I'm like, I went in the club, I'm like, look, man, play, I don't know what song, play the jump. He like, alright. Then he's like, that joint ain't go good with the mix. That's what he hit me right. So I see him outside. Look what I tell this motherfucker. I said, Slim, you know Quicksilver play this motherfucking song every night. You like, for real? I'm gonna try this shit. I'm gonna try it. Oh, cause I said quick, you gonna try it.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be this hard for the next generation shouldn't have to go through this.
Right.
See, it's no open door policy with the DJs. Like, first and foremost, I can't totally blame them because they not from here.
Exactly.
So it's not their fault that they not from here. They shouldn't have been able to come here.
They
and
shouldn't have
take
been
over.
able to come here and take
The
over.
infrastructure was already set.
Right.
Y'all know when?
When though?
Y'all want some history?
Yeah, because I'll try to figure out when it switched. That joint swapped
Let me wake y'all up.
on me.
Let me wake y'all up.
It happened. I feel like it happened to me. I feel like I saw the change in like.
Shit, been there for years though.
Let me tell you what happened, bro.
05, 06.
This is what happened.
Before that.
Cause I thought I thought most of the DJs was from here at
No,
first.
I'm about to tell you what happened, right? DC people, we go those.
Right.
Who was playing the nightclubs? Not us.
Out of town.
Oh yeah.
See, for the rappers and the entertainers, we supposed to been in the nightclubs with the college people and that. We supposed to been building them relationships back then.
Right.
Nigga, we couldn't even get in the club.
Right.
I'm telling you, that's how I even started buying Gucci's and all that. My first pair of little dress joints with some Pradas, the starter kit joints. You know the starter
Black
kit
jumps
joint.
with the red stripe
Because
on the
I
top.
walked to the front door of a club and he looked at my shoes. I had on some New Balance. He was like, oh, no, you can't come in here.
That's how they should do
I
it.
can't come in. What? Who the fuck you know who you talking to? They don't even know me. Man, I'm a king in my up here. What you talking about?
Yeah.
And then when I finally got in the clubs, right? And I seen the whole infrastructure, none of us was in there.
Right.
That's how the DMV started.
Yeah.
In the regular nightclubs. It wasn't us. The locals, it was the DC Maryland, Virginia, and the radio started, and then DJ Rob, Tiger Squad and them, they started putting all that shit together like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh.
Tiger Squad.
So we was already back then. We ain't have our clubs.
Right.
And we still
That's
don't
true.
have them.
And we still don't got them.
But I feel like one thing that I feel is DJs, if you're not from here, you are from here.
Yeah.
If you've been here a certain amount of time, you from here. And that means you have a duty to do, to serve the community, especially the locals.
Yeah.
Why we don't want to see nobody blow up that's from here? I want to see somebody pull up in the Lambo.
Right.
But this the wild part though. They don't show you no love. But as soon as you blow up, they gonna play all your shit in the club.
Yeah.
Ain't had nothing to do with it though.
I wouldn't
As
even
soon as you
say
go down
that
to A
still.
or whatever, man, they be playing different niggas.
All right, they played Shaq. They played Shaq, the joint with Gold Link, right?
Yeah.
But what about the other records he got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wale too. I'm just saying. But they gonna play it something more than they play it. Period. But they ain't gonna help you get there.
You go down south and you hear the top artists from their city, you gonna hear multiple.
Go down there, fucking A, they playing mixtape shit in the club.
Ain't on the
Never heard this up the way.
Ain't on the radio.
On the way, that should be up here 6
get
months
up
later.
here,
You be
get
like,
up here
God
late.
damn.
When you go to
I heard that
Miami,
shit down to A like that.
when you
Jeezy
go to
jump,
Miami,
that
you
Jeezy
hear
jump,
Florida, Miami artists on
really
their
crazy.
radio.
Don't say nothing
That's
to
facts.
them. They play on the
Man,
bedroom
listen.
every Sunday.
I'm not
man.
shitting on the
That shit
DJs. I
like-
want y'all to know that. But I want y'all to know it's a lot of talent out here. Like, I go to the clubs, y'all know I've been in
I'm
these
shitting
clubs.
on y'all. Say nah.
Listen,
Fuck y'all. They don't play me all this
I
time.
listen to all the music y'all play. There's no way y'all can't implement these artists out here, man. And we got to figure out a way without being violent, because we could have been got violent about it. Because I feel like
Thermo.
you playing with people's careers, people who put money. Man, my man Boo be locked up right now. I can really be
My
mad
brother.
about this shit.
My boy.
A man put blood, sweat, and tears in for this shit, trying to make it out of this shit. He
Selling.
invested tons of money, and I still feel like we didn't get behind him like we were supposed to.
Right.
So, you know.
That's
Of course
true.
they did.
It's the
He
truth,
wouldn't conform.
man.
He wouldn't conform. He still gonna go in there and fire up.
Nah,
He
it's
still
the
gonna do what
truth,
he
man.
want. Like, we
nah,
just,
but guess what? Crazy. No. And before we go, let me tell you, fuck that.
Yeah.
Guess why that shit some bullshit, B? Because they go to Atlanta and be right with the rap niggas who doing the same shit with them.
Yeah, facts.
It's because they already on.
Yeah.
I don't respect that. That's why I said in the song, y'all go down to Atlanta, like, come on, like, they ain't twisting, doing all that. Y'all ain't scared of them niggas?
Right.
Oh, y'all ain't scared of blood. These niggas bloods and Crips, GDs and all that.
Yeah.
Them niggas man. Come up here, they hanging with us.
Come on, man, like, listen.
We used to have Jeezy and them under the wing, and they come up here, they call it, yeah.
This is
a
a
thing I be like about the rappers, DJs, too, man. Them rappers,
this is a shout out to the DJs.
They don't be, man.
Come on, man. Y'all
they ain't gonna help a nigga get on either.
Fuck, we don't listen. We don't want the radio. We don't want y'all to play. We know y'all can't play it on the radio. Play it in the clubs.
Yeah, play it in the clubs.
Stop
play it
acting
in the clubs,
like the
man.
club
Hashtag.
is the radio. We know you got
play it in the club.
We know the program director. Listen,
yep.
DJ Money. That's why that's my man. Wale DJ. Man, when DJ Money was up 939, they had a red phone in the jump on Big T joint. Money stopped playing some shit you ain't never heard. Them people start calling out. I'm like, man, what the hell is you doing?
Yeah.
Shout out to CeeLo, my man Tito, DJ CeeLo.
Oh yeah, DJ CeeLo.
Yeah.
I remember he moved down to A.
Yeah, he was one of the ones you couldn't take.
Yeah, he used to fuck with us.
He's a Washingtonian.
Yeah, he used to fuck with us heavy. We got a mixtape with CeeLo talking on it.
Flex, he's the personality. He's not a DJ.
Right, he's not a DJ.
See what I'm saying? So a lot of people was personality.
Stop it, Flex. Say no.
So y'all know.
I remember you. I know you.
Y'all need to get me up there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Get God as a DJ on there, man.
Go crazy. Y'all get a Grindseason radio hour up the station. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah,
y'all don't know what happened.
Blind hitter, oi.
Y'all don't know what happened.
That'd be tight.
Who know this shit? Me, I know this shit.
Who? Me, that's who. Who put this Grindseason shit together on the radio?
The people in the NFL ain't know what was going on, right? So they brought Jay-Z in.
Yeah, right, true.
Gotta bring somebody in who know this shit. And before we go, fuck Colin Kaepernick, because he's a fake ass motherfucker. No, for real, Colin Kaepernick. Listen what I'm saying, right? I was with him at first. I was with him, right? But with the first thing he threw me off with, we tried to go back.
Yeah. Why you trying to go back?
You saying these people are your slave masters and you got people riled up. They like, all right, fuck that. Fuck you trying out for these people for. Then you go wear a Kunta Kinte shirt and shit. Like, what are you doing? You ain't been through nothing in your life for real.
Yeah, Cap. Hey.
Come on, you big capping. No, that's they shit.
Hey, Cap, you capping, man. But if you don't fuck with Cap or you do fuck with Cap, long story short, it'll be out this Friday, man.
Yes, sir.
Valentine's Day.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? It's for all the love.
Yes, sir.
Everywhere. Peace and love everywhere.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm
We got a record on that.
Care with the can. Do I got a Valentine?
Me and BDR got a record on the.
This the lover. Oh, yeah.
Do I got a Valentine?
No.
Yeah, I got a Valentine. I got some words for you, baby. You make my soul a burning fire. You're getting to be my one desire. You're getting to be all that matters to me. So let me tell you, girl, I hope and pray each day I live. A little more love I have to give. A little more love that's devoted and true. 'Cause all I do is sing about you. Something like that.
Stop. Yeah, man. Yeah, fucking Valentine. Shout out to Just Paul, man. Yeah. So I'm saying, anyway, I'm coming after that.
Bathroom, man, on Valentine's Day with Rose and singing that shit.
Hey, man. Valentine's Day, hey, Black Love right here. Shops at Iverson.
Man.
Long story short, coming out, though, the day before that, man, me and BDR got a record on that joint, too.
Yes, indeed.
You know what I'm saying? That one's for the streets and the lovers all at the same time.
Never end, man. Yeah, man. Just Paul on there. That's still my oil, always.
What's up, Valentine?
I ain't got no Valentines. Men celebrated, and I want to be pampered this Valentine's. I'm not giving nobody nothing. I want Manny, Petty, facial, 30-minute full body, full tissue massage. I want all that. Chocolates, give me everything, man. I'm not getting nobody nothing. Except for my mother. Ma, I love you, Ma. If you tuned in, I love you, Ma.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I love a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. People. I'm just saying, that's one.
Radio for real, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we got the homie. What's up?
Yeah.
Max still on there?
Hey, I second that what you said. I need it, man. I always go all out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Somebody
man.
can do something for me for Valentine's
My
Day.
feet fucked up from playing handball.
Yeah, I ain't never got nothing.
Nah, I ain't say I don't got you, boo. You know I got you, boo. You know I got you, boo. I mean, this shit I'ma do, man. They need to put this shit on Netflix, man. They need to say watching BDR on Valentine's type shit. But
I never thought about that.
yeah, I want to thank Garvey, man. For grind season
I bet.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just.